Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to check out HBAR's price chart. And if you remember, the last time that we talked about Hedera, I believe we were right in here. And I was saying, if you want to be bullish and you want to argue that our final low in Hedera is already in, and I do think most likely the final low is in, we can say maybe these are a series of 1-2s, meaning this can be one correction for wave 2, and we need to see soon in Hedera a relatively strong move on the upside into wave 3 for 5, which on a higher degree, it's actually going to be into this wave 3 right in here, and then corrective movement for 4, another move up into wave 5. And if you remember, we also talked about the invalidation point for our bullish scenario, which was taking this low about, let's say, like 14.2 cents. So what happened? We did get a slow move down, a correction, and it seems like that now we are getting a move on the upside. Now, if this is happening, I think this is actually going to be a very strong one, and more likely than not, in the short term, we are having something like this. You see, this is probably a wave 1, correction for 2, big move up into wave 3 for 5. Let's just take this one again. My mouse is a bit glitchy. There we go. And on a higher degree, this white 5 wave up is actually going to be into a wave 3 correction for another move on the upside into wave 5. The point that I'm trying to make is this: if this scenario is happening, we can expect an acceleration of our move up in Hedera very soon, potentially in the next 24 to about 48 hours. Now, at the moment, I believe we should be a bit careful, but at the same time, we should be cautiously optimistic. Let's go on a less busy chart because I want to show you a potential bullish pattern that could be happening in Hedera. And I'm not sure if like classic patterns, but if you do, I think we can absolutely argue this might be a beautiful head and shoulder structure. Now, pay attention to this. This head and shoulder, at the moment at least, is not confirmed yet. When will it get confirmed? When we get a break of our neckline right in here, there we go, which the higher band of it, let's say, is about 18.1 cents. So in other words, if you want to say this head and shoulder is happening, you need to see a break of the neckline followed by that a pullback and then a continuation of the move up in order to take this high. When this happens, we can expect our move up in Hedera to continue for quite some time. And from here, I'm going to say we can expect like a 30 to even 40% move on the upside. And what's the reason for it? It's because of the target of our head and shoulder. Let's put the chart on regular scale. There we go. Let's measure the height of our pattern from here to about this point and put it at our breaking point. As you can see, this will give you a 24 to about, let's say, like a 25 cents Hedera. And at that point, I'm willing to bet that we are going to create a lot of beautiful bullish structures, indicating the final low in Hedera is already in right in here. Also, the fact that we are getting our bounce back starting from these areas, which is around a very important weekly and daily time frame support, from my point of view, can be another beautiful bullish sign in Hedera, again indicating that bears are running out of power. And from here we are going to start the next major phase of the bull run, which I believe HBAR can take the highest high in this region for the first target around the 40 cents area, but I think we can absolutely go quite a bit higher than that. Like a dollar HBAR, from my point of view, is not really that surprising at all. So in the midterm, the structures are screaming bullish. In the short term, we can be, I would say, cautiously optimistic, but just to make sure that we are actually bullish, I think we need to wait a bit more and see a confirmation of this potential bullish head and shoulder structure. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Hedera's price chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.